is lazy, still my heart is lazy. If the word kill me, I don't need a new word under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game.
Hello guys, it is Daux Gaming here, and today we're going to be going over 21. Now, this is an interesting character, and she is very, very different. And I'm going to be going over the basics to advance to mastery. Now, I'm by far not the best DBZ player. I'm not the best Android 21 player, but whenever I'm not gaming, I'm looking up tons of tech and information for my favorite characters. And 21 happens to be my favorite. She's my poster girl. You know, if you need a waifu, this girl's it. 18, well, she gives you no assist. Liddell, baby girl has no reflex. So this is all I have, and I couldn't think of anything less. But alrighty, so the first thing, before we even get into the character and the moves, so we're going to discuss Android 21's game plan. So Android 21's game plan, well, first she needs assist to really get her maximum potential. And I'm kind of upset about it, but at the same time I understand, because she can literally do about 7k damage with just one assist. Android 21 on point is really powerful. Try to play her anywhere else, she struggles. She's not a very good anchor. Her game plan, she wants you in the corner, and she does not want to let you go. If 21's in the corner, if she has you like this, you are in for a ride, because if you get hit with anything, you're losing half your health or more. And she builds bar decently well with the right routes. Her re-jumps are insane. A re-jump by herself without any assist will do about 45k, just 500 shy of 5,000 damage. Now, I need you to go ahead and think about that, because each character in this game has 10,000 health. The fact she can do half your health by herself, and most characters have to spin bar to do that. She doesn't have to spin bar. If she has you in the corner, she has access to a ton of damage, and that's not even counting the spark, which is the scariest thing. The scariest thing. But anyways, yeah. So her game plan is pressure you, put you in the corner, get the hard knockdown, open you back up. And by the way, Android 21 has one of the best level 3s for Oki. One of the best. GT Goku is obviously unparalleled, but you know what? Okay, so let me go ahead and show you a great thing. You see how far away I am? Well, let's say
what you
so you're always going to be in the same spot. You're going to be right on top of them, you know. Look at this. Pretty good distance. We're going to come about that in a minute. And when she does it in the corner, this is deadly. When she does it in the corner, doesn't matter what range you are. She is right on top of you. She has so much time to do everything. And we're gonna get into one of the I believe the best level 3s in the game for Oki. This. Now this is the scariest thing to be hit by. Not only does it do good damage, but I'm literally right on top of you. So that's her game plan. She wants to get the hard knockdown. It's basically a two-touch game. If this girl touches you more than once, it's a dead character without spark. You know, just with 3 bars. You know, just think about that. So the pros of Android 21: damage. She has decent neutral. She has good normals. She has excellent Oki when you know what you're doing. And it's kind of funny because one of her cons is that she doesn't have Oki. But anyways, we'll get into that. And she has good team synergy. Her assist is obviously, you know, her assist is you know, just a beam, you know, it gets the job done. It's just a horizontal projectile. The combo in most characters. So her assist is alright. You know, I'll give that a plus. She's really fun to play, and she has some of the most flashiest combos that, you know, that I can see besides Vegeta or Gogeta, but you know, it's really good and flashy, and she's just fun to play. And she actually has good frame data, surprisingly. Well, we'll get into that later. But now that we got the pros out of the way, do the pros outweigh the cons? It actually depends on you. But in terms of what I want a character that can do a shit ton of damage, and she's what I'm looking for. So, do the pros outweigh the cons? I would say no. If you're trying to win a tournament, Android 21 is not your girl. But if you're trying to pup stomp some kids with a decent character, this is your girl. Is she tournament viable? Yes, I believe she is. She finishes in top 8 literally almost every time. But anyways, up to the cons now. Don't let this discourage you. This is a fun character, and I want more people to play her because my girl's kind of slept on, you know. And okay, so the first con, obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So her combo route. Oh, what the hell happened there? Yeah, she doesn't have a smash. This is her 5H in the air, so she can't knock you down. That's why I say that combo routes are weird. So yeah, she has no access to sliding or hard knockdown. Everything you do, besides the HC version, you know, that we'll talk about that later. That's a re-combo. Yeah, so she has no access to sliding or hard knockdown. That is a big disadvantage. But it is also one of her blessings, because like I told you earlier, her game plan is to hit you twice. And she has some really cheeky resets that we're going to get into later. But yeah, she has no sliding knockdown. That's a big con. She needs assist to function properly, so that's another big con. She has stubby L's. She has stubby L's, like very stubby. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look, it's terrible. Like my tag GT Goku in. Look at this. Look at this. It's terrible. Like, please do not try to use, look at this. Look at that. Very terrible. Her auto combo is not the way to go. So yeah, you have to really know what you're doing. But yeah, that's another con. Also, her conversions are pretty weird. The thing she has to, obviously, because let me go ahead and show you. So when you're doing the standard combo route, it whips. Now why does it whip? Because her 5M is one of her longest reaching normals. Her 5M and her 2M reaches far. She even has a 3M. This goes literally almost full screen. You know, you can use that to harass your opponent on the ground, you know, just like Kid Buu. Nowhere as good as Kid Buu's, but you know. Just the job done. And yeah, so whenever you're doing a conversion, you want to use that tail and then finish off with a dunk. That's a basic combo. Look at that, 3K. Look at that. And you're probably like, well, every character gets 3K, but yeah, that was just a basic combo. That wasn't even me adding extra stuff, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, so that's a pretty big con. If you don't like weird conversions, then you're gonna have trouble picking her up. Another bad thing about her is she really struggles keeping an opponent locked down. That's why, again, we need assists like, you know, Yamcha, you know, GT Goku, you know, assist or high block stun. You'll really want, you know. You know. And another con is she's tall. She's really tall. You know, my girl stands proud and tall on these high heels. You know, she's fuzzyable. You can obviously fuzzy her. Universal fuzzy. Well, you know, every character in the game gets fuzzy, so I don't really see that as a con. You know, everybody can get fuzzy, even GT Goku. So, if you want to look that up, go check out Wolfmonger's channel on the Universal Fuzzy. It's real. I'm surprised. I hope Arxis does something to fix the fuzzies, because man, so many more characters would be played if that was the case. Yeah, that's basically all the cons, you know, that I could think of off the top of my head. But the biggest one you have to worry about is she doesn't have any access to sliding knockdown or hard knockdown outside of her level 3. Now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and get into her moves. Now I'm gonna get all the basics out of the way because this is the ultimate guide, so I'm assuming you never played 21 before. Alrighty, so let's begin really real quick. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the special moves. So obviously we have the orb. You know, we have an anti-orb, so we have to. Now I'm gonna be using the D-pad notation because it's a lot easier, so I don't have to remember the numbers. This is a quarter circle, so basically a fireball motion. I have my inputs on left and right so you can see it. She has an anti-air one, same motion. Down forward M. Down forward L, down forward H, EXC. But the reason you use this is because it comes out faster and it gives you block advantage. You know, it gives you plus frames. Well, we'll talk about it as we're spinning the bar to do stuff like that. You know, she has the dunks. Now the dunks are the main key to our combos. We have the light version, the medium version goes farther, the heavy version causes a bounce. So you can re-combo by the price of a bar, but you lose. Be warned, this uses your smash. The heavy version uses your smash, so you won't be getting a Dragon Rush follow-up. Now that we have that out of the way, we also have our grabs. And this is the most important thing to our game plan, because most of the combos, even though people say you don't want to use the grab, I personally use it. It adds a lot of damage, and it also builds a lot of meter. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So I'm gonna give myself no key. So we have the ground grab, which has terrible startup, by the way. 20 seconds. And look at that, she stole a move. Now these boxes down here indicate a stolen move, so we got the rapid fire key blast. Now these steals vary on every race. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it, because this is literally her gimmick and her game plan. Like, you want to be using these steals when you have the chance, you know. When you have the chance. It's a tool, so you need to use it, you know. don't listen to those people that tell you, oh, don't use it, it's trash. No, bro. No, bro. No. Let's see. You're looking on the characters at the small level. I will literally sacrifice damage if that means I can get some more damage later. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and discuss. So what do these colors mean? Well, this one's obviously the Kamehameha wave. Now, the Kamehameha wave is really fast. Really fast. Look at that. It's not a bad beat at all. It is air. Whoops. It is air okay. Oh my gosh. You know.
What do you think of this?
It is. Hold on, I'm trying to check. It is. All the moves are air okay, by the way. So the Kamehameha comes from like your basic Goku. You know, anybody related to the Turtle Hermit class, like Krillin, Yamcha, Goku, GT Goku, basically all of you. And then we have the barrier.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
We have the barrier.
I can do this too.
The barrier is from the androids. You
What do
know,
you think of
16,
this?
18, you know, 21. Basically all the androids, and it functions just like a regular barrier. You know, you still get meter and all that. You know, when Broly
What do you
hits you.
think of this?
This is from the more aliens, like, you know, Janemba, Piccolo, Cooler, Frieza, Majin Buu. And this is a really good ball. This ball actually has really good uses that we'll get into later. And these are the steel moves you get. Also, we're going to talk about the order of which the steel moves are given to you. So if I can just get rid of all this. Okay. So the order. So the grounded version will always go to the first slot, no matter what. The aerial version, if I can just, will always go. And by the way, this is quarter circle back. The opposite direct. It's a fireball motion opposite direction she is facing. Now the reason I'm going over these steals so much is because it's really important, and as well as the dumps.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
In this video, I'm gonna try to keep it about 20 minutes, hopefully. You know, I'll have timestamps, you know, so it's more digestible. But anyways, so now that we have this grab,
I can do this too.
whoops, hold on. So that's the second. That always the first slot. Okay, so think of these two. Think of these four squares as pairs. So the first two squares from left to right, the first two are the the first ones on the first slot is always the ground, the second one's always the air. And I'll be having these labeled, you know. I have an A or a G at the bottom, you know, that stands for air or ground. So the key blast, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. So and also she has a little, you do the same motion in the air, and it gives you another slide.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
So now we have 3 steals. She can get up to 4 steals at a time. So now we're gonna go into the last steal, which is the same motion, you know. Whoops.
Right there.
Now we got all 4 steals.
Enjoy
Well,
this.
why is this important, Docs? Why are we even going over this? Because these steals have another nice use. So basically, remember this orb that we said we don't really use? That's really bad. Well, when you have steals, the more steals you have, the more powerful this orb is. So a basic orb, you know, 900 damage, you know. Medium orb, 900 damage. So with all 4 steals, guess how much damage this orb does? 2,520. And you're probably like, well, that's kind of dumb because you know, what are the chances of you landing those steals? Well, trust me, when you're doing the combos correctly, you can get 2 steals in 1 combo. It's crazy. Like, I remember before Android 21 got nerfed, she used to keep the steals. But yeah, so but she was totally broken when that was a thing, so they had to get rid of it. I understand. If you want to see some videos of that, just look up Android 21's Kamehameha loop. You'll understand why they took it out. So it gets rid of all your steals, and look, I can grab it now. Okay. And oh, by the way, this is air, okay, so just because you got the ground version, you can still use it in there.
Touch this. This is it.
Oh, nope, see, I'm actually being dumb. Sorry guys, it's pretty late at night. So, here's another thing you can do. Okay, Broly's not a good example. Hold on, let me... Broly's not a good example. There we go. Okay, that's a shittier one, but it'll be alright. So, we have the key blast, right? So, whenever you use one of Android's steel moves, you have an option. You can choose between any of the dunks in the middle of an action. So how this is going to work is basically... Whoops, if I could do it. You can press Y. Hold on. Let me go ahead. When I told you I wasn't the best at this, guys, I wasn't the best. We're going for a ride. Let's just make this all... Oh yeah, the warp is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and make these all, you know. Where's Kamehameha? Come on, game. There we go. Second energy blast and okay. So we have the Kamehameha, right? So whenever I use the Kamehameha, I have an option. I can press this X button to do a pound. You're probably like, why is this important? We'll get into this in the combo section of the video. We can do the medium version. And guess what we can do? We can do the H version and get a combo. And look at that, by itself, 2,000 damage. Not bad, not bad. You know, Kamehameha does about 1,000 damage. And of course, whenever you use the orb, you know, 2,000, 2K off of projectiles, nothing to squeeze your eyes at. And yeah, also when you do the Majin Buu races, whenever you steal from Majin Buu races, you get a teleport. And yes, you can do the follow-ups, you know. And it's pretty quick. It's actually pretty quick, right? Yeah, it's pretty darn quick. And you know, you actually, you know. Whoops, no. So it's a really good gimmick, you know. Also, I know what you're thinking. And yes, it's Steel's Corner. And we're going to get into that in a second, because there's some crazy stuff you can do with that one opportunity, because nobody's going to expect this. People don't normally play against 21, and this is crazy, because the fact she can do this... Hold on. Whoops.
What do you think of this?
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Well, they can 2H it. Well, you recover pretty damn fast. So
What do you think of
this only has 14 of startup, and snapback is 16 of startup. So this is faster than using the snap vanish. You have enough time to block, believe me. I've actually done this to somebody before, and it is hilarious. So you always appear behind. You always appear on the other side.
I can do this too. I can do this too.
So,
Don't even.
and this is a true cross-up because
What
Goku
do you think
does
of
turn to
this?
face you.
See?
And you can do some pretty tricky stuff with this. You can call Yamcha assist, teleport, and then, yeah. So there's some uses with these steel abilities. So we're gonna go into the Alrighty guys, here comes the conclusion. We'll be going over frame data the next vid. So we talked about all the basic moves, you know. Hopefully you can understand all of it, you know. If not, just leave a comment, you know, and I'll get into it. So we're gonna call this the basic part of the of Android 21 because there's a lot. I can go over these steals for days and all the uses, but we'll get into that during the combo videos and Oki setups, and yeah. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, you know, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something new, hey, you know, let me know. If you already knew all this, well, I'm sorry. Just stay tuned for part 2. Alrighty. So before we end this video off, let's go over what we just learned. So pros of Android 21: good damage, good Oki, decent neutral, decent assist, has far-reaching normals, has projectile, has a 2L, and the 2L is really important. Look at that, 7 frames of startup. We're gonna talk about why the frame for her is so important, because this is why this girl is above average, because of her frame data. And frame data is really important. Well, down in DBFZ, you can actually play this game competitively without knowing frame data, but it helps, and it's helped me a lot. But anyways, we had our special moves, you know. Now remember, the cons of Android 21, she needs assist to function. She can function as your mid, but not preferred. She's terrible by herself, unless you have bar. And sparking. I hope you have sparking. It is not good to have this girl alone. She's very assist dependent. That is a really bad con. She has no sliding knockdown. She has no access to sliding knockdowns whatsoever at all. Even if you go the combo route, no access to sliding knockdowns at all. So even if I get him in the air and then try to spike him down, this is what happens. And I know what you're thinking. Even if I do the dunk, he gets up immediately. And this is actually pretty neat because we're going to talk about resets. Android 21 is the queen of resets. Because I've been struggling in rank, and I figured it out. You gotta mix these people's shits up. But anyways, guys. Oh yeah, and one more con. She doesn't have generic combo routes, obviously. There's a learning curve to 21. And the biggest weakness I can give you is no sliding knockdown or hard knockdown outside of ultimate. She has universal ways to get a sliding knockdown, you know, to vanish into the, you know, to vanish into the grab, you know. I mean, but that's burning the bar. That's pretty terrible, and, you know, doesn't really do much for you outside the corner. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Daux is out. The next video will be going over frame data and what you should do and what you should not do with 21.